What's up, family? Yes, it's me again. I just had to make a quick response to my sister. She's locked up. I always think of that song when I read your shit, sweet sister. About to call you something. But yeah, she's locked up. Made a video in response to another video by a sister who I just got introduced to. You envy me. You envy me? Yeah. Beautiful sister who made a video about dating as a vegan or vegetarian and cooking for meat eaters. And she was asking how do, people who are vegan or vegetarian or don't follow the sad standard American diet, how do we deal with dating issues or with relatives or friends when they visiting or you visiting them? Do you accommodate them? If you got a meat eater in your house, whether you dating them or as a friend or a relative, do you expect your friends or relatives and people you dating to accommodate you when they know you don't eat a certain way? And I think these are real good issues because I've experienced a lot of these. From experience, I can speak on this. And, I understand too from the sister's perspective. I know y'all are so nurturing and motherly. Like, I really love that about y'all, But at the same time, that could also make you an enabler. You can put yourself in a situation where you're enabling somebody when you're really just trying to be nurturing and caring and just giving what they want. I really, I believe that's why we have the spreads that we have in our houses. Because the women were trying to please everybody. Somebody like potato salad, somebody else like macaroni and cheese, somebody like this dressing. So she gotta have these things. Some people like ham, some people like turkey, so we're gonna have both. Some people like chitlins, we're gonna have ham, turkey, and chitlins. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to please everybody. That's just mama, grandmama, all that nurturing maternal instinct. I like that, and I feel that. But yeah, I thought this was a good time to talk about this while I'm eating. Have me some avocado and sweet potato chips. I say. But yeah, I understand where y'all coming from, wanting to please everybody. That's a big thing for women, I noticed. But you can't accommodate everybody, especially when, like I said, when you are in actuality just enabling them in their destruction. See, it's not a matter of opinion. That's the thing we gotta stop talking about. Is like I said in one of my videos when I tell people I'm a vegetarian. Oh, you one of those? Like I'm a fucking Jehovah's Witness. No, I'm not one of those. It's not my belief system. My opinion. It's not my opinion that vegetables are better than flesh. This is a fact. But you can get into a conversation with a person who will be acting like it's the same thing. Oh, well, you just eat vegetables and I just eat McDonald's. Well, we just agree to disagree. Let's go fuck. Like, no. We can't come together until we agree on these things because it's a matter of life and death. It's not a matter of my opinion. I'm not just saying this because it's cool and it's the fad or I'm just on that shit. Or you can be on that. Like, we can live in a house with people who got different religions than us. Yeah, that'll work because neither one of y'all really serious about that bullshit anyway. Well, neither one of y'all believe in that. So y'all just have Christmas and then Hanukkah because all that shit is bullshit and you already know it. That's not the same thing. Because on Christmas and Hanukkah, y'all probably eating the same bullshit. So that doesn't matter anyway. Y'all are agreed on a lifestyle. Whether you agreed on a belief system or not, that don't always affect your lifestyle. It just depends on how serious you are about your belief system. So I just don't want us to get to where we, like somebody say it's not that serious. Well, I guess that depends on how you look at it. Because it is that serious. Like, really. Like the sister was talking about. Okay, what if you end up pregnant? I've been in situations arguing with my mate over what we should feed our child. That's a waste of time. That's unproductive. Not to mention that it's affecting the children. You shouldn't be arguing about nothing. You definitely shouldn't be arguing about what you should be eating as human beings. Come on now. This is not the problem. Animals, the inferior animals, aren't having that problem. They don't disagree on what they should eat and feed their children. So you wouldn't even want to put yourself in that situation. Not to mention something very serious as women that you really have to be looking at, being the receiver. See, that's why you say, you wanted the king's perspective, sister. Well, I'm gonna give it to you real. I'm gonna keep it 100. And as a king who has had my fair share of concubines in my life, and dating don't mean the same for everybody. I stopped playing the dating game a long time ago. So when you say dating, I think of sex. You know what I'm saying? It's me. A lot of brothers gonna think that way, and a lot of sisters probably do too. So I ain't trying to stereotype or nothing. I'm just saying that when I think dating, I'm thinking about sex. So as a vegan or health conscious man, now I can't even put myself in that situation with just anybody. I can't lay with a toxic individual and exchange fluids with him and not worry about that. Like, I gotta do a detox after I done fucked with you. And this is what I'm saying as a woman, being a receiver, a person who consumes mucus and consumes dead flesh, a person with parasites, and I said toxins, but all manner of unnatural. You got some people with filthy bodies. They are filthy on the inside, because you are what you eat. So if you filthy on the inside, you filthy on the outside. As within, so without. As above, so below. So you can't expect not to be affected by that. This is a health risk. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. That as a person who has taken control of your destiny and decided you're going to maintain your own health, the person who you dealing with or dating, if they eat meat, they ain't made that decision. I can say I don't get sick. I can boldly make that statement. And only people who I know who can make that statement along with me are people who live a certain lifestyle, who have let certain poisons go. So how am I gonna date you when we sick? What if I want to get up and go to the park and you fucking got a diarrhea or heartburn or indigestion or food poisoning or a headache from your pork sandwich? That ain't, yeah, I can understand and say, oh, well, that's just them. They don't feel like I go by myself. But why should I have to live like that? Why cause that type of confusion? People ask me that type of shit too. Ask my maid too. When she tell them how she eat, that's one of the first things they ask. Oh, did your husband eat like that? Your man eat like that? Like, and that shit crazy to me. Like, I can't even imagine living with a person. I would not live with a person who don't eat like me. We finna go buy separate groceries. How do you determine that? Like, that's what I'm saying. How did you determine your food was good for you? And see, that's another thing. You doing all that, running out, getting chicken wings and accommodating for your family because you care about them, but they don't do that for you. I ain't never been a Christmas or Thanksgiving or nothing where they decided they was gonna take care of me. They sitting around waiting for me to snap out of this shit. Oh yeah, he gonna eat some meat this year. Just buy the same old shit. And I get over there and say, oh, y'all ain't get me nothing. Oh, it's some lettuce in there. Oh, it's an apple. We got some apples in the refrigerator. While y'all sitting down feasting, I'm supposed to sit down to some lettuce and some carrot strips you got in there. You got a veggie plate tray for me. Oh man, I want to eat too. And they don't give a fuck about what you're doing. They feel like if you're really hungry, you'll eat this shit too with us. You know what I'm saying? So that shit is not, you can't compare yourself to them. Your job as a person who now knows, with knowledge now, your job is now to do everything you can to try to get your people to do right. Any woman I done dated, they had to go where I ate. Now, if you can find you something here. Don't try to take me to motherfucking Ruby Tuesday or Red Lobster, so I gotta try to pick. I gotta get a salad. No, you're not gonna do me like that. First of all, cause I don't have no business in Ruby Tuesday, and neither do you. Ain't nothing in here good for you. So why would I accommodate you on that? Why would I enable you to continue with your destruction? If I'm gonna be around you, if I'm gonna be around, and you choose to be around me, then you come on over here and introduce yourself to something that could very well save your life, stop you from having some of these health problems you have. How do you date somebody who having obvious health issues and you don't feel like you should be trying to help them? So that's what I'm saying. What do you mean by dating? Casually? Where you don't really give a fuck about what they're doing anyway? Well, how long is that gonna last? Eventually you might care, and then by then you might be too late. They're gonna say, well, when you met me, I was eating meat. You didn't say nothing then. Then you damn right you didn't. So that's what you get. You can't say nothing now. You can't wait till you get knocked up or y'all want to get married to try to get serious. Your mate might not even make it that long. The person you dating could fuck around and have a heart attack before you get to propose to you. So your job is to offer the information, whether they accept it or not. You can't be so worried about, well, how am I gonna find a vegan or vegetarian man? You probably won't, but you probably can find somebody open-minded enough who will at least try some shit with you. And that's all you can really do, is expose them to it, give them the facts. If they're intelligent, they should be able to get that. And them the people who you want to be around anyway. But, maybe you should only be getting dates when you get approached at the vegetarian restaurant. Like I say, all this also depends on who you hanging with and where you at. But there are health implications, health risks involved. You can't exchange fluids with a mucus infected person and not be expect to be affected. That's real. I really want y'all to think about that. So it's not just about, oh, he's a nice guy, he's a nice girl. So what if she eating pork chops? How far can you even get in a conversation with a person who's still eating swine? That's what I'm saying. It just depends on what level you at in this shit. Like, eventually, you're not going to even be able to reach them on a certain level. And it's true. Those of us who have gave it up know it's true. You think clearer. You have more clarity. You focus better. Since you got certain toxins and poisons out your body. So, that's what it's about. Being on the same frequency as somebody. I was telling somebody the other day, like, when you put yourself in a situation with somebody who ain't vibrating on the same level as you, on the same frequency as you, then what you're going to have to do every day is tune into their frequency. It's like a radio. Either you got to tune into theirs or they're going to have to tune into yours. They got to find your station. They might not even know your station exists. Because all they listen to is these two radio stations right next to each other. Hot 90 whatever and Kiss 10 whatever. But if you don't tune in to the alternative station, they don't even know this exists. So not only do they got to find your frequency, but they got to tune in just so y'all can communicate without the static and the noise. So I do believe that stages, the way you eat comes along with the way you think. All of that is connected. Your level of consciousness is definitely related to your diet. You can't separate the two. So I don't know how far you could carry that on. I ain't never seen it work. It ain't never worked for me. I tried to make a woman fast one time. So, you gonna fast? You gonna detox if you ever want me to fuck with you again. You ain't gonna lay up with me till you get this shit out your system. Hold on. Pardon that. Pardon me. Yeah, like I was saying, I tried to make a woman fast just so she could detox him, so that we could fuck around. But she ended up sneaking, going behind my back, eating what she wanted anyway. And that's what I'm talking about. If y'all ain't on this one mind and one accord, that shit ain't gonna work. Even the scriptures say that. Do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. So you in a different situation. You can't accommodate them because they don't know no better. They might come over, bring on some bullshit, because that's all they know. But you know what this bullshit gonna do. Bro, you ain't doing them no service by offering it to them and say, well, I know you eat this, so here you go. I couldn't do that in good conscience. I've always been that type of person. Even before I was on this, my friends would tell you, I could be going in the fucking store to get me some chips and some honey buns or whatever. And they could be like, oh, bring me a pack of cigarettes. Oh, hell no, nigga. You get your own cancer. I'm not gonna bring you cancer. No, not when I know what it do. I ain't know what my chips and honey buns was doing. But when I learned, I let that shit go. That's just the type of person I've been. I ain't never been the one who was gonna help you fuck yourself over. So, I'm just the same now. Like, people don't ask me, they know better. And I don't even care like that type of shit no more, like I say, because people don't care about you. I don't offer my food. People come over, they be smelling it. Ooh, what's that? That smell good, look good. Yeah, I bet it do. I ain't offering you shit. Because I come over your house, you don't have nothing good to offer me. So why should I share with you? I'm just not a mother anyway. So y'all can't, don't compare yourself to me. I'm mean. That's what they say about me. I'm mean. But you don't have to be mean. Share your food. Offer them some of what you got. If they don't want that, then they probably need to fast anyway. Do them a favor and force them to fast, or let they take their ass to McDonald's or whatever and let them eat whatever bullshit they would always eat. Don't spend your hard-on back now taking some vegetables out your fucking fridge so you can go get them something. You could have bought you something good with that, or bought something good for them. Oh yeah, fuck that. Don't be accommodating nobody. Your job is to offer them the facts, the truth. We know what we doing. This is not no religion. There ain't nothing you can just agree to disagree on. It's just like Sister said, eventually could come a time, possibly, just a child involved. And then it's too late. Try to get serious then. Be serious now. That's my take on it. I don't think it works. It hasn't worked for me. Any woman who I ever dealt with who was not on the level, my job was to get you on this level. Get on my level. I'm not finna stoop down there with you. Back down there. I done did that. That's the whole thing. I already know better than that. So I would never go where you want me to go. And nah. You need to step your game up. And if I care about you at all, then it's my job to see to it that you do that. As long as you with me, and you out my sight, then go to get you a slab of baby backs for all I care. But if I know that's what you're doing, also, don't expect, you know what I'm saying? Don't expect to take it to the next level with me. You're not finna mix your mucus. You ain't finna mix your acid with my alkaline. Real talk, man. Don't try to contaminate me with your acidic. Y'all feel what I'm saying now? These people have become acidic. You've changed your molecular structure. They're not just the cute, handsome, pretty person that you're seeing. But they are what they eat. So you gotta be aware of that. They ain't gonna smell like you, taste like you, think like you, talk like you. Real shit. So we have to be aware of that. I'm trying to make it, blow it out of proportion, and none of that. Or be down on the meat eaters and none of that either. It's just reality. That makes us less compatible. So, let's look at that, especially like I said, for the sisters. I can't stress that enough. Being the receiver of the energy and the fluids. Doing the most receiving. We both are, it's an exchange taking place. But at the end, we already know who's doing the most giving of fluids. That's what we're talking about. So, don't forget that. Can't neglect that. Something casual, like I said. Maybe you don't care enough or not concerned. You don't know it ain't gonna go no farther than that. I'm gonna go right ahead. But, don't be so quick to just try to do what people try to appease people's emotions and shit. This ain't no emotional issue. This is a health issue. Especially, like I say, when friends and family and all that's visiting or you visiting them. Especially if you have to take your own food, like the other sisters say, you know they're not going to accommodate you. You got to take your own shit. Then let them bring their own shit. If they don't want to eat what you eat, then let them bring their own food. But you don't be enabling them in being unhealthy. Don't help them be unhealthy. That's up to you. I wouldn't have no crackhead in my house talking about, that's just what she do. She just go in the room and smoke crack. That's not my thing, but that's her thing. It's okay. And see, that's how I think. It's the same thing. Sugar crack. If you on crack, you on crack. If you on drugs, you on drugs. I don't care if they drugs masquerading as food or if there's heroin. Synthetic, processed chemicals. You ain't chemically imbalanced. You, like I say, you probably can't even understand what I'm saying when I'm trying to tell you about health. So, that's real. You got to be aware of that. Put yourself in that situation. Take care of you. Worry about you. Don't worry about nobody else. Let them get it together. If they reject the information, they don't want it, fine. Vote for me. I'll see you in a few years. You'll be back. You'll be back after the doctor done told you something you don't want to hear. Now you want to know, oh, what was that? That stuff you were telling me about? That spiral? What? What kind of greens? What? They'll be back. They always do. If not, let them move on and find them a fat boy or a fat girl, and y'all go to Ryan's together until you motherfucking both explode and leave a motherfucking mess. Leave your legacy on the walls. That's what you do. But you sisters, find you somebody open-minded who's willing to listen, who you can teach and help, or find somebody who can help, teach, and inspire and help keep you motivated at the same time. That's what it's all about. That's what it should be about. That's my take. I hope that was nice enough. It's daddy though. Keep it 100. Be healthy. Peace.
Shorty, I'm there for you anytime you need me. For real, girl, it's me in your world. Believe me, nothing make a man feel better than a woman. Queen with the crown, that be down for whatever. There are few things that's forever. My lady, we can make war or make babies. Back when I was nothing.